That was your start on the mic?
Yeah. And then everyone, so I do like, I have a podcast, my Instagram, a lot of people, I do the Wilmington Weatherman. I did it one time. We were in somewhere. Oh, because it's raining. So, you know, when it rains, everyone starts, it's raining, right?
Yeah.
So I thought it was funny. Wilmington weatherman, it's raining here in Wilmington, and the wind almost took my tent. And then everyone loved that shit. So now everywhere, I've been traveling a lot. So Tennessee, New Orleans. Wilmington weatherman, live from New Orleans. So my wife finally said, you know, you need to do that Wilmington weather. That's funny. Because she never says I'm funny.
Yeah,
she
yeah.
hears my shit every day, you know what I mean? So finally she said, oh, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's a good one. Maybe you should.
So we went to a Raider game. Tennessee is a Raider game. Chance of drunk cholos and putazos. You know what I mean? That's what they're known for. You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, 100% chance.
100% chance.
Someone's getting bodied in the game. Oh man.
Fucking A.
All right, yeah, we're rolling. We've been rolling. Oh man, she's on it this time. Remember that one time we had like a full-on great conversation? It was so good. I forgot who it was.
I think it was an episode we had a kind of squash a little bit.
Was it? Or I don't know. I can't remember. But we were having such a great like convo, and it was just good topics, right? And then she's like, "Yeah, I forgot to."
Should I start recording?
Yeah, she's like, "I forgot to record."
Yeah, it was great.
No, I think it was a guest because she was like, "Oh, I was like, I didn't know if they wanted to talk about that like on live mic or whatever." And I was like, "Dude, just hit record and we'll just
whatever
we'll chop
up.
it up later if anything, right?"
Yeah, for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
the people already kind of got a little head start. We got the Wilmington weatherman here.
Officially now, I guess.
Right?
Officially now. We know him as Angel. We were introduced to him as Angel. And you want to just give a little who you are? Introduce yourself, Angel.
My name is Angel, born here in Wilmington. Well, born in San Pedro. Yeah. But from Wilmington, raised in Wilmington all my life. I'm 53 years old. I have a lot of life experience. Been working at a restaurant. My parents own the restaurant Los Tres Cochinitos since 1973, which would be 50 years next year. I've been there since I was a little kid, washing dishes on a chair, just when it was really small. 85, they remodeled, and kind of stuck my foot in there, and little by little, we made it a better place and something to be proud of for Wilmington, for us, and a good place to eat, and we get people from all over the place there. And yeah, that's pretty much I have a lot of life experience, believe me.
Cool. Yeah, because one thing, I'm newly to this city. I grew up in the Compton Gardena area.
Okay.
So I just recently moved here, a year and a half ago or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
about.
so one thing that I noticed was Los Tres. He would always bring it up too.
Yeah.
And the matter of the fact that it's open 24 hours.
24 hours.
I was like, yo, that's pretty insane.
I always stress that, and people always, there's a big old, when we got some awnings done, and I said, put open 24 hours on there. And then it's super huge, like big, and then it's like the name of the restaurant was open 24 hours, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then people still ask me, is it open 24 hours? And all our advertising, and the whole front of the building says open 24 hours, and people still ask me that. So yeah, we're open 24 hours.
I mean, it's a little of a I guess you can say a trip, right? Because usually you just think of like Denny's or certain restaurants like that, right?
Someone's actually called us the Mexican Denny's, with a lot better food though than Denny's. You know?
Oh no, 100%. What gave you guys the when did you decide to do that? Make that move to go 24 hours? Have you guys always been or no?
So I'll just give you some history on the restaurant. And so my dad, it was actually like taco stand across the street, and that restaurant was an old hamburger stand, like the Fonzie, like you see the old hamburger stand with the roller blades and all that, roller skates and all that. And so for some reason it was closed down, and the guy from the taco shop took it over. And then he was 2 years in, and then he had another job or something, and it was hard for him. So my dad seen him at a bar one time. My dad was a customer, and he talked about selling it, and my dad was interested in buying it. So he took over, and little by little, they would close at 8 o'clock, and then people would come at 9 o'clock. The boards are busy, and there was always a lot of business and stuff, and truckers and all this stuff. 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and then by 12 o'clock, people would start coming from the bars, 2 o'clock. So it came to a point where they were closing at 4 o'clock in the morning, and then opening back at 6. So it just makes sense to stay open 24 hours,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you guys, it had always been kind of like a thing where it was open 24 hours. Is that one of the...
Maybe 78, 9, you know what I mean?
Oh,
They started
okay.
in 73, but, little by little, they just kept extending the hours until it was open 24 hours. So they've been open 24 hours for a long time,
When did you actually start, maybe got your foot into working there? Would you say you were legit, like,
When I was like 15.
Okay.
So, yeah, but I mean, I was there washing dishes or going with them on errands and stuff like that. Once I started driving, they would send me to go buy the stuff, or and then I actually took a shift Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the register. When they remodeled,
okay.
It was like 85, I think. So they remodeled, and it got real busy. So I was just at the register Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 2 to 10, and that was pretty cool.
Okay. What's the worst shift that you get the complaints on? What are the people are like?
So the night shift's kind of crazy. Well, it used to be crazy because there was a bar right across the street. And all the homies would go there and they'd come back drunk or fighting from the bar, and we'd see the fights and stuff. So that was kind of a bad. And then people generally come drunk, and then someone's always don't look at me or something like that, But pretty much it's calmed down now, and pretty much I know a lot of people. So then if something happens, I just talk to them or talk to somebody to talk to them, and just respect the spot because it's for everybody. Because moms and dads are there, and kids and people that work at restaurants and a lot of people that work at restaurants or bars, they close down and they come and eat. So, something to eat before they go home.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's I would say that's one of the only spots you could get, good, quality Mexican food at fucking 2 in the morning.
2, 3 in the morning. Sure. Yeah, besides tacos.
Something to sober up, right?
Fucking, yeah. I don't want to name the other restaurant.
The taco trucks, it was first. So being in the restaurant business, we kind of, we pay taxes, we pay employees, we pay all this stuff, and then, so it's kind of, we were kind of mad at the taco truck set up and just thought, first, a big influence of taco trucks. And we're like, man, these dudes are just parking the truck and just making money.
Yeah.
And now those dudes are out of it. Luckily, we sell not just taco, we sell everything,
Yeah.
But now the people are just putting up on the sidewalk. So now the taco trucks, if you've seen, they're gone little by little. They're getting asked out, because.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's going back to, it's the circle, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I tell people. Taco stands were really big, and then the taco trucks, that was the whole spiel going on. And then now it's going back, to just setting up on the street.
Yeah.
And this is what a lot of people don't get. People say certain businesses shit on street vendors or whatever. It's not that. It's just a matter of fact. It's when you own a business, you have to pay, like you say, taxes. You have to pay the employees. You have
health inspector.
Yeah. You got to deal with all that stuff. So it's a lot more hurdles.
My thing would be at least if they had to pay that, because our a health inspector license is $1,500.
Yeah.
I mean a year.
Yeah.
So at least if they pay the permit for that and get health inspected too, okay, this kind of evens out the playing field a little bit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Because that's we grew up fearing the health inspector. They would come to my mom, the health inspector here, and then we were all, me and my sister would be hiding and shit, because something was wrong or this wasn't right, or but as the years went on, you learn that this is not supposed to be like this, and then it's not going to be be like that no more. You
learn the system. And
my mom and dad didn't know English; they just started and got lucky, And by the time I got into it, I was 15 and started learning and this and that and health classes and all this stuff that that a regular business person also. I'm just blessed to be in business still because it's hard.
I know how to with the health inspectors. I used to work for the Marriott, and I was I guess the maintenance man, and they threw me into the kitchen and the ballroom area. Yeah. So whenever the health inspector was like, "Hey, I'm gonna show up this week," the head chef would give me a list.
Fix this.
Shit. I need this fixed. I need this hole taken care of. I need this fridge. All that. And it'll take me the whole week, and then the health inspector come, and then he'll give me a new list after the health inspector leaves, and then that's got to get taken care of.
They usually don't tell us when they come, but I mean, so the problem with that is a lot of people they're mad at them and so then right away they're gonna stick their claws out and get at you harder, right?
Yeah.
So come in and this is messed up, and I'll try to fix it right on the spot, and then at the end they'll give me the paper to fix it, and then it's just little things.
And at the end of the day, it's a building relationship with that person, because you're usually gonna get that same person maybe next time.
Yeah, for sure.
Or if not, that guy knows some other guy that's
gonna spread the word about you.
Yeah, like, hey, you know what? This guy's
rap.
pretty cool. He won't give you a hard time. Yeah. Just let him know what he needs to fix. Give him a decent time frame, and he'll get it done.
Yeah. And then I'm actually happy that we do that with them, because we get a lot of compliments from people that come fix our dishwashers or bring deliveries and stuff. Like, hey man, it's pretty clean in here. Because I'm another restaurant. I've been in other restaurants and they're kind of dirty, It just you just need someone to be on it,
That's the thing. Yeah, you need someone to, as soon as you're done or you're closing up or shutting down the stove or whatever, you need to clean that shit, because you let it build. Even at home, I know at home, we're lazy, you know what I mean? I'll clean the stove later, But you let it sit, and then it's just that grease gets harder to clean, and then you're in the shithole.
All of a sudden, you're on YouTube or TikTok trying to find out how to clean.
Yeah, exactly. And you see these new hacks that they got.
I feel like because when I used to work at shout out Boba Fresca, I used to work there, right? And the fucking one day, dude, the lady's like, oh yeah, so make sure it's clean, because you know how it is. They'll get tipped off, oh hey, supposedly the health inspectors in the area, they might show up, tomorrow for my shift, so make sure it's clean. So I'm like, all right, yeah. I started cleaning, right? Sure enough, some dude walks in. He's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, how you doing, bro? What can I get you? He's like, nothing. Yeah, I'm here to inspect. And I'm like, oh shit. And me no food handling card, no nothing. I was getting paid cash, right, to work at this spot from the old owners and stuff, and it was just like, I was like, oh shit. They taught me like the pHs and stuff like that, but I didn't fucking remember. You know what I mean? It was on a sheet somewhere in a drawer. You know what I mean? So it's like, fuck. The dude's like just walking around, and I just started bullshitting with the guy. I'm like, yeah, hey, how you doing? How's your day? Hey, can I get you a drink? He's like, yeah, man, that'd be great. I'm like, all right, cool. So he made his little list, and he's like, look, bro, this is what needs to get taken care of. Everything's cool.
It's pretty simple. Just nothing big,
But I feel like it's like what you said. Like if you like come off as a dick, like they're gonna be like, okay, man.
And most people are like that. More small businesses like, why are you messing with me? Just go make the taco guys in the front. The taco guys are smart. They don't sit up till 5 o'clock till these people get off of work. Exactly. And then they just 5 o'clock. Okay, let's start putting our taco shit.
Yeah. I mean, it makes perfect sense.
There's something new.
Yeah. 5 o'clock is usually when
their dads are parked there like at 4:30.
Yeah,
they don't come out.
He's in there on TikTok and shit.
But and he makes a valid point. Like at the end of the day too, it's like, what are you gonna do to like look how many spots as soon as they made that legal, where you could pop up on the side of the road with no permits or anything like that, right? Look how many new spots fucking popped up. How are you gonna regulate that? I don't even see how you would be able to do it.
Depends on the county.
Yeah, it depends on the county.
Well, like Carson don't mess with it. Like they try to put one by Las Palmas across the street over there by that. It's a shopping center that was closed down.
Yeah,
so
across the street.
Oh, bro, shut down quick. But Carson, that's Carson, In LA, there's so much stuff going on, and so they're under manpower. Even my health inspector, she's like, oh, don't worry, you won't see me for a while because we don't have no manpower, Understand? And they're using the COVID thing still, to get off and get paid without working.
I think everyone's majority of the people are still using that. How was the whole pandemic and the COVID situation with you guys?
So man, we close usually Thanksgiving at 4 p.m. and then open the next day at 8 a.m. and then Christmas. Mm-hmm. And I remember saying one day when I closed up, because, it's never closed. So I turned off the lights, I locked everything. There's nobody in there. And I'm like, damn, what would I do if this place closed down? Like, it was just mind-boggling because that's all I know. I mean, I could get a job probably anywhere. Like I said, probably friends will hook me or something. But I would just thought about, like, all the people I feed, all the customers that come in and enjoy our food. And then years later, here comes the COVID. Dude, like, we had to close at 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? And my night shift, I just had them. So I try to keep all my employees there, at least give them hours to survive, because if they're gone, they might find a job somewhere else. Then what am I going to do when we open back up?
Yeah, if you open back up, It
was a lot of transitioning, a lot of laws, a lot of filling out paperwork, and then they say you can go outside. So I was like, oh, we go outside. So mostly all to-go food. I started delivering. I put the specials up, like $5 burritos when everyone was going through a hard time. And people were like seen that, and I was trying to help out back. So, they supported me. And so when the first time they go, you could serve outside. We put tables outside, which was always a thought of ours, but like, we don't want to go outside. But now when there was no money to be made, they want to go outside. So the first couple of plates, we served in to-go plates outside, no? Yeah. Oh, here's your food, eat outside. Like, and we're like, nah, man, it's just serving in regular plates. So then we put tables, and here came the tents, and and it was just buying more stuff. But yeah, pretty much we got through it pretty good. And actually, we actually built a patio outside, which is really nice. If you guys haven't been there, you guys should check it out.
It's check out the patio. It's pretty cool.
It's like, bro, you're not even in Wilmington. Like, people are like, what, this is Wilmington? Like, yeah, I'm built by grass, and it's a nice patio, aluminum, and it's beautiful. So it's something nice for us to have here, Yeah.
I know on some of the days, I think after the Wilmington Parade, you had some music going on out there, right?
Every year Wilmington Parade, I get a banda. It's one of the best bandas in LA. Shout out to La Fantastica.
Oh yeah, you do a float, don't you?
So I get a steak bed truck, and I put them in the back, and we just go up and down. Then we have 3 pig costumes, and usually one of the nephews or nieces. All the kids been through it. There's a rite of passage, right? You're the pig. No, I'm not. You're gonna be the pig, bro. And so we go up and down, up Avalon. Then from there we go to the restaurant for another 2 hours. So everyone kind of runs back, and you guys bring their horses down. The horses are dancing in the parking lot and stuff. So it's pretty cool. People love it, I know I love music like that, so it's good for me. The restaurant pays for the banda that day, not me.
Yeah, that's cool.
There it is. Fucking what would you say got you into taking the next leap into? Now we go into. All right, we talked about a little bit about Los Tres. What about El Cien? What gave you the?
So El Cien is I like the mariscos. I love the whole banda culture, the whole musicos, all that stuff, corridos, all that stuff. So my escape would be always not stay in Wilmington, go to Paramount or go to Long Beach or somewhere where they have a marisco spot. Mm-hmm. The musicos are there, I'll get another place on for me, and I'll eat some mariscos. So people would see me and like, hey, open one in Wilmington, you should open this in Wilmington. So the property where actually I sent this out, I'm the owner of the property, but my dad ran it since when we remodeled in '85, we had to close Los Tres for like 6 months to a year. So he bought that spot, and then all the customers were going there.
Oh, okay.
So then about 10 years later, I ended up buying the property. It came for sale. And I let him run it forever. But, he's getting older and he wasn't doing too good, whatever. So I said, hey, let me take over. Other food ideas I have on Cien is different. It's the same quality food, good food, and it's all marisco, a lot of marisco stuff. But I have ideas. And I wanted to add them to Los Tres because when I came, I was out of the business for like 10 years. So I came back into the business, right? And then I started making changes. POS system, change the menus, pictures, and just upgrading like Bravo's on it, 100. And actually, when I got back into the business, all my social media and all this stuff is al 100. Because I want to be at 100. I always want to be at 100. I want to go hard. And I don't want to be at 55. I want to. Yeah. I get up in the morning, boom, let's do this, let's do that. I'm doing 20 things at one time. And then, so this food idea was like, put this on our menu. But our menu is so big at Los Tres that there was no way to do it. We have everything already out there. And then just to add a little, like our tacos, we have mango slices, a little cut. And my cook's like, I'm not going to put mango slices on the taco, because it's just not our style over there.
Yeah.
So all this stuff is like a new age Cali Mexican thing, or, it's just all the new age stuff. So, but it's super bomb over there. Yeah. So I took over and I remodeled the inside and I just added this little menu. And then there's I throw events there sometimes and stuff. So it's good. It's just whoever goes there's gonna like it. We have tamarindo wings. Like, what the hell's tamarindo wings, right? It's because I used to be a fat boy, dude. So I just think of crazy shit, and now I'm like, oh, that sounds bomb. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
All this stuff, crazy stuff.
That's the one we went to, right?
Yeah, that's on
Avalon, right?
Yeah.
A little further south, right?
It's a low-key spot. And if you walk in, you'll be like, oh, it's nice in here. Even if you see it from the outside, you would never think.
Because we seen the taco guy when he went and got the birria taco. Yeah, the birria.
So I just added those this year. The birria taco, they were everywhere, and I have the birria and I have everything. So I just added them. And so on my tacos, I call them tacos cabrones. I had a friend that passed away. His name was Cabron. And then I have another friend that passed away. His name was Boom. So the Boom sauce, I have a sriracha mayonnaise sauce. It's like the chipotle one, but I don't like chipotle, so it's super fire. You put that on anything. And the tacos cabrones, when I used to go get these tacos, gobernadores, we call them other places.
Yeah.
It's cheese inside, so a piece of cheese would escape and it'll be a little piece. I'm like, this is the best part. You know what I mean? The little crunchy cheese.
Yeah.
So what I do, I make my tacos and I put a big old piece of cheese on the outside. It's like a big old crust of cheese. And that shit just sets it apart than anybody else. You know what I mean? Like I said, fat boy shit. You know what I mean? Like,
No, we definitely we hit that spot up after we seen Taco God do his
little review.
On the spot. And I didn't even know that was in relation to the other spot. Yeah.
A lot of people don't know. Yeah. I mean, I tell people when I see them, whatever. Or I have another spot. And I haven't actually used Los Tres to promote my restaurant more. But some people know, and some I put flyers there. But I could be like, hey, we're over here too. We're over here too. But I don't know. It's just maybe a pride thing, or I don't know. I just kind of.
Oh, you kind of wanted to
to grow on.
Yeah.
For sure.
And then we have good days and bad days. During the COVID, I was having Sunday fun days, bro. The whole area in the back was ridiculous. We would have all went to jail. DJ, bar, drinking, everyone's partying, no mask. It depends what you want to believe. The government, the mask and not mask. We all probably lost somebody from COVID, so I definitely think it's real. But some of the restrictions were kind of just crazy. So
yeah, we always say that. A lot of the restrictions were very outlandish, or it was just more of the fact that not a lot of people knew what was really going on.
They're just throwing stuff out there,
let's
ideas.
Just do the most extreme.
Yeah, don't
and
breathe.
Then
what do you mean don't breathe? I have to breathe, you know?
It was because we seen it on our end, like from what you're hearing on TV. We were thinking, it ain't that bad, because we were, at first when it first popped off, we're like, nah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. You seen what happened in New York, and you're like, you got people who were really afraid, and by all means we understand. We didn't see it like that till one day when can't really talk about what issue we had when we hit the morgue and shit, but then that's when it kind of was like,
to start hitting home. Your tío got sick or whatever, and boom, and you know what I mean. And it's like,
and that's only natural. I tell people you don't really care about stuff until it hits home, or you're personally affected by it, right? It's only natural and stuff, but still, I still think they kind of took it a little too far.
I kind of did. I did the whole mask thing and respected it just because my mom was older and I didn't want to get her sick.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm used to every day seeing her, besito, ma, besito, and have breakfast together and stuff. And so then at that point, you're like, I want to give her a besito because what if I have it? Because I'm the one around people all the time. And Mom, stay home for a month. Like, no, I can't stay home. I want to work. Like, no, stay. You know what I mean? older and you have health issues and stuff. So yeah.
My favorite thing was when they'd say like, oh, the people that can be affected the most are the older generation, right? The older people. Yeah. And then they're the ones that really didn't give a fuck, dude. They'd be at the grocery store with their mask like down the chin. They were the original, like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go do whatever the fuck I want to do.
I think it depends on the people, because the Mexican people, you watch Mexican news, bro, it traumatizes the shit out of you, bro. You go to the Bank of America, Wilmington, bro, there's people with masks still, bro. Like, hola, mijo, ¿quién eres? Oh, put that mask on. No, man, one for the mind. Turn that shit down. I don't know who you are, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, that Mexican news ain't no joke. Bro.
Yeah, they try to scare a lot of people.
My dad's always talking them out of the cartel shit. Like, bro, you're 80 years old. What? El pinche mencho está cabrón. Chapo's getting out. What the hell? Just the Mexican news. That's all they talk about, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's what they need. They need to create, I don't know, some sort of thing so that way people can stick back. It's like the novelas, you know? You want to see what happens with so-and-so. Did he really get out? You know,
exactly.
Like that.
Exactly.
That's the same spiel.
Yeah. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, of course, man.
Fucking A. What advice do you have, Angel, for a youngster getting out of like school and stuff and like thinking like
stuck, not knowing what I want to do?
You hit me right because I'm good at advice. So part of the thing I do is, like I said, I was out of the business for about 10 years, and it was because I was fulfilling a contract with the federal government. That means I was in federal jail. Okay, that's my actual.
We like to say government vacation.
Yeah, federal government. Yeah. So. I mean, there's a lot to learn. I learned a lot. I already was kind of smart, business-wise, whatever, but, you know, wrong business, I guess. But now that I come home, I just try to talk to kids because kids won't listen to their parents. My kids don't listen to me. They listen to my friends.
Yeah.
I told my kid sometime one day, hey, you should do this, this, and this in case this opens up. You can do. And he was like, man, whatever. 2 years later, drinking a beer with one of my friends, he's like, hey, guess what, damn, your friend said this, this, and this. Like, well, that's the same thing I told you, bro. You know what I mean? So my job now is to, when you guys bring your kids, or you guys' kids are probably young, hey, did you eat all your food? Like, because, bro, they're going to be part of my life forever because you guys start, the nuggets are good, they're going to eat later to wet burritos and chile verde fries and the lobsters later, whatever they're going to eat at the restaurant, right? So they're going to be part of my life. So I want to be that guy they can look up to or talk to or in case any confidence. So I started off with, did you eat your nuggets? Yeah, okay, good. I have these suckers that's supposed to sell, but I never sell them. I always give them away, blow pops and suckers. Here's a sucker, and then so it just gets that confidence with them. And then I ask them about their grades and stuff, you know. So my advice to kids, like out of high school stuff, is just, hey man, there's so many opportunities. Now there's no excuse why you shouldn't be able to learn. You have YouTube. I YouTube every day, bro. Oh man, this motorcycle won't start. YouTube it. Why? What's it making? It's making a na noise, and then you put that in YouTube, and they'll tell you what's wrong with it. Yeah. No spark or no gas or whatever, right? So there's no reason not to do and get up and do something every day. A lot of kids I know just sit in a room all day and play video games, whatever. But if you get up in the morning, bro, and at least go for a walk, your blood starts pumping, your mind starts going, and it's just good for you. You know what I mean? And there's so many kids that don't have it and strive for it. And a lot of our kids are blessed that they have something behind them and they just don't know how to take advantage of it. Yeah. You know, the whole COVID thing messed up these kids at a certain age right now, but there's no excuse now. You can do anything you want. There's funding, there's grants. Get a job. If you get a job, bro, go hard. Like, that's what I'm not saying, right? Go hard, sweep, because people are going to see that. If you were to work at McDonald's, say you got a job at McDonald's, that's something like a dumb job. McDonald's, who wants to McDonald's, right? You worked there for 4 years, and if you applied for, I don't know, not Carl Jr., but like a better restaurant or something, they're going to say, this guy wants to work. Look, what's your resume? I worked 4 years at McDonald's. Like, oh, damn, this dude, he put in the work. You know, he wants to work. And they're going to, hey, come here. Yep. And don't be afraid to ask for jobs because not everyone's hiring. You know, and you should learn. Learn from what you do. If your uncle's a mechanic, you like cars. Oh, I like cars. I watched Fast and the Furious 50 times, whatever, you know? And your uncle's a mechanic. Why wouldn't you go help your uncle to learn how to work on cars? So when you get your car, that's free. He's not going to pay you. Oh, you have to pay me. Nah, bro, he's teaching you. You're going to learn the wrench. You're going to learn this, the starter, the distributor, the carburetor, whatever you're going to learn. There's a lot of knowledge around you. You just got to know how to accept it.
Yeah, how to accept it. Yeah, and that's a lot of things, especially, you know, being young and stuff. Sometimes you think you know more or you know what's best for yourself. Yeah. But that's part of growing up, right?
Yeah.
We've all dealt with it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, we all deal with it when our parents give us advice. Dude, you don't know shit. Same thing with my father. He's like, hey, man, you should probably go into being an electrician or something. I'll figure it out, man. I want to do music. You know what I mean? I want to do my own thing. But then you get out of school and you're like, oh, shit, I need to get some money. I need to pay for this. I need to pay for that. What the fuck do I do? So, maybe my dad's right. Maybe I should go.
And it depends what you want to do in life. There's friends that I have that are artists and they're great artists, you know, but the money thing's not there, you know?
Yeah.
And me, it's always been about money because my dad always told me about to have money, to go somewhere and you could have somewhere, eat at a restaurant you want, or go to Vegas or something. It's always been a hard worker and trying to have that, And other people, it's their art. Yeah. Like what they want to do. That's their money, Their art. I showed this to all these people and they came to see it. And they might be broke for a while to their next art project or whatever, or like podcasting, like you guys. Yeah. I really appreciate this, bro. And I commend you guys for doing this because I'm a funny guy and I like to talk to people. You should open a podcast. I don't have time for that, bro. But I appreciate you guys inviting me and I appreciate you guys doing it because I want to see you guys on the street. I don't think you guys are podcasters or whatever, you know what I mean? It's cool. It's the new generation. It's the new stuff going on and it's. I love it. You know what I mean?
And we try to preach to the younger generation in the sense of like, we listen to everybody who's older. Now that we're getting older, we like to listen to the older generation as well because like Pancho told us. Yeah. Pancho told us, one of the pieces of advice that he gave us is you have to have a job to be able to fund your dream.
Exactly.
Or you're something that you're very passionate about. Like this is not paying any of our bills.
No.
We like to do
not
it.
Yet. Maybe one day, right?
Maybe one day.
But if not, at least you got it out of your system. There's a lot of things that you want to do and you never do. And then you're going to be 70 like, damn. And I'm going to tell you, like, one of my things, I love art. Not art, I love drawing stuff that people like. Mm-hmm. I like getting stuff made. Oh, my God, I can't believe I did this.
No, you're good.
So, let me turn this shit off.
We're super.
No, I'm getting old, so I can't even fuck with the phone no more. That's what happens when you get old, bro. In church and the shit goes on. So I have all these ideas stuck in my head. Like I said, I used to have a book and I used to write shit down all the time with crazy ideas. I designed some T-shirts because I'd send T-shirts with the speedometer, and I made them and I sold them, and then I got it out of my system. But I always have to have someone drawing something for me. Mm-hmm. It's not my drawing, but it's my idea and it's what I want. Vision, this is what I want, and I want you to do. Then I put the tweak on it, whatever, boom. And sometimes I won't even use it. I'll have it, the file there, whatever. But maybe I'll never use it. But at least, to me, I feel like it's in my head stuck and it bothers me. Mm-hmm. Like I'll sleep and I'm like, damn, I need to get that shit done because it's gonna get out of my head. Or so I'll be happy with one person saying that's a good idea,
Yeah.
And that makes me happy,
Of course, yeah, for sure. And like you said, like what we're trying to do in a sense is talk about the community and also like you said with the younger folks is teach them that there's different avenues to go with.
For sure.
Me growing up, it was you have to go to college, you have to get that 4-year degree. You know what I mean? But you start growing and learning and talking to other people, and you're like, well, there's different avenues. I don't have to go to college. I can go this route. Or you can go to college and, and get a degree in Chicano studies like my sister and not do anything with it. You know what I mean? It's a joke. It's a joke.
I want to pick her brain later, Chicano studies.
But no, there's different avenues. Like her, like she went to a university and she got her degree in audio engineering. Uh-huh. So then we lucked out because she's like, hey, man.
Hey, sister. Remember that time
she's helping
ate all the cereal and
how she's helping us out. I feel like we're kind of helping her out too because we're opening avenues for her to get some experience, and then hey, this shit blows up, she can put it on her resume. Maybe she can move up and go somewhere bigger, bigger and better. Never know. But that's one of the main things that I guess at least for myself, I want to try to do is just to spread the word and just talk shit.
I think fun. by you doing this, it opens up people's eyes to different things. Like people see me, they're probably like, that guy's a baller or he's this and that, whatever. But I'm a humble person. I'm a good person. I give back to my community and I like talking to kids. And they were like, oh, shit, maybe he's approachable, next time, whatever. Like, next time they see me or talk to me, if they have a problem, I could probably steer them. I'm not going to steer them in the wrong direction. There's some people, adults, that you don't want to talk to,
Yeah,
they're like, that one deal.
Oh,
they're homes, what I mean? Nah, but, or, whatever. Or he could probably give you some kind of different advice or good advice. But, that's perfect that you guys do that so people can see the regular person, not just the image. MC Pancho, super cool. You see him, mustache, tattooed face. This guy's crazy, but man, the coolest person in the world. I'm sure you guys know him. You guys he's a good customer of ours too, and he always tags us, and he's always looking out for stuff like that.
Oh
too,
for sure. Yeah, he's one of the guys that if he sees something that he likes and whatever, he'll promote you.
For sure.
Always, and we've always had good experiences with them. So
good stuff.
It's just like what you said right now with you're taking your break from the business when you went on your
hiatus.
You know what I mean? That's your story that needs to be told because at the end of the day, you could have got out and you told us a little bit how readjusting that you grow older and you realize like, damn, okay. At first, maybe there's those youngsters who got in trouble, got out, and I've been at like 7-Eleven going home at like midnight, and ran into a cat. Oh, I just got out. You know what I mean? Like, just like you said, like, I didn't even, nobody even asked you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but, having that thinking that's, prideful in that, you know what I mean? And then, talking to you and you putting your message out there like, hey, man, like, yeah, I fucked up. At first when I got out, your priorities are different and you're thinking like, okay, yeah, this is cool. But then, you threw your mindset into the business and, started realizing like, damn, that was
dumb of me.
That was dumb of me. Like, look at how, you probably could have you were probably thinking to yourself, damn, I could have done so much more in those 10 years and built so much more,
To me, it's hard to say that I'm kind of glad it happened because I was on the wrong path, the real wrong path.
No, yeah.
And I mean, I probably wouldn't be here today. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have this wisdom. I would have been, I don't know, maybe dead or maybe you never know what's going to happen, right? But it gave me that break to sit down and think and realize exactly what's important to you. And that's what I try to tell people, what's important, your family. All that, I don't talk to my cousin or I don't talk to my brother. That's dumb. You know what I mean? I don't understand because when your brother dies and you don't talk to him, you're going to cry, bro, regardless, because you have those memories or whatever. And I see so much of it, but I mean, to each their own, right? And I'm just not prideful like that. Bro, if you guys jump me right now, probably, whatever, for a reason, and then I see you next time. I would probably talk to you guys next time. Hey, bro, what happened? Why'd you guys do that? Or whatever. And I don't want to be mad at you guys. Or, or let's get a fair one or whatever, you know what I mean? And that's just the way I am, but not everyone's like that. People are different signs, different things. And, I mean, if you believe in astrological stuff, which I kind of do a little bit, I don't just get it because someone told me that I don't talk to this fool, whatever, like this best friend growing up. I said, oh, okay, when he dies, you better not cry. I'm going to sock your ass up. You know what I mean? Because it's going to hurt, regardless. Even if I just met you guys, and if something happened to you, I'd be like, damn, that's fucked up, man. I'd feel real bad,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then someone you grew up with, or your brother or something like that, come on, bro. You know what I mean? It's going to hurt.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I think you take that for granted, that person's there, and you're like, you have that beef with them. It's like, whatever, you know what I mean? They're still gonna be here.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna hate you, but then, you know what I mean? But like but
boom,
then
like
once
that.
it's gone, then you're like, fuck, like.
Oh, for me, I'm getting older, so people are just dropping, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and the COVID shit. How many people did we lose through COVID, and then heart attacks and all this other stuff? Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? Bro, just dying. So yeah, hug your loved ones. Well, even if you don't want to talk to them, but at least, hey, bro, shake their hand. You know what? Tell them you love them, and then you don't have to talk to them, but don't hate them. Don't have that hate in your heart, because they mess you up too, having hate in your heart.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
that's just wasting energy at the end of the day too. You know what I mean? Because you're both gonna live your life regardless. You know, if you dislike someone, cool. You know what I mean? But go talk to them.
And then at the same time too, it's like you said, that beef that you may have with them or whatever, or that family member that, because I could relate to that family member that you remember a certain way.
Yeah.
Shit happens. People get hooked on shit, and they may not be the same anymore. I always like to think of it as, what, I'll look at it as, I'm gonna remember you how you were before. You may be checked out at this point. Then it may be a fucked up way of grieving or whatever, or thinking about it. But the way I look at it is, all right, like, I'm going to remember you how you were, man. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, those are the positive memories I have.
So make it better for yourself, too. Just remember the good times, you know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah. And not saying, like, okay, yeah, fuck off, I'm going to cut you completely. But, like, I'm going to be respectful towards you and cordial towards you. But, at the end of the day, I'm going to not have no
you don't have to count on me or whatever.
You know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? But, like, just know that, hey, you're still loved and everything. I don't respect the choices exactly. I don't respect the choices that you're making right now, but you know what? Just know that, I have those positive memories for you, with you, you know what I mean? And that's like you said, that's why we do this, because somebody listening could have the similar background of what's going on in their life, and you know what I mean? And I could say right off the bat, like, even with what you just said right now, I know somebody who's kind of having the same situation. And it's crazy how that's why we call ourselves the Unusual Friends, because in one way or another, with what you said, you can relate that to somebody else's situation that's going on in your life. It's crazy, dude.
So me being in the restaurant business, I mean, so many people come to the restaurant, so many stories, so many, like, dude, like, I've heard it all, I've seen it all. Like, man, it's crazy. Like, family, people that pass away. Like, I've done funerals for someone that passed away, older guy that passed away. And he used to love eating here, so you're going to cater my funeral. And I love catering for people, and I like serving people. That's my job, talking to people, serving people, and that's what I do. I guess, my mom's the owner, I'm the manager, I run everything. I could be the guy like, do that. No, I'll go clean your table, and I'll hey, man, take them their tortillas. And it's already ingrained in me. Even when I go to eat with my wife, we're at California Beach, I don't know, we're some restaurant, and I'm like, And she's like, what's wrong? I go, they need more soda over there. They need their bill. They forgot their salad. Like, what the hell do you care? But it's already, I've been doing it so long. That's what it is.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
it's part of you.
And I've catered for people sometimes at our funeral. And then I see a guy that I know. They're like, hey, bro, what are you doing? Well, that was my dad. I'm like, your dad? He used to come to the restaurant every day. I never seen you with him, you know? So that's the whole touch about earlier we said about spend time with your loved ones, hug your loved ones, talk to your loved ones, whatever. You know, go to eat with them, do something. You know, just some, you know. And it just kind of, I see that all the time. So, you know, so crazy.
It really is. It's a trip, man. It's a trip.
I'll go tomorrow, and then that tomorrow never comes. You know, it might be over.
That's
exactly. The thing.
Exactly.
But I mean, unfortunately, that's life. You know.
Yeah, it is.
And it's something that we don't want to think about, but it's part of life, and we're not escaping it. We're all we'll all get there eventually, and that's something to think about.
Todos.
That's
like you said, I was saying every day. I mean,
go hard.
It's just, and I'm a firm believer in whatever you put into this, to your day is what you're gonna get out. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, if you have goals and you know what I mean, everything's freaking possible to obtain. I mean, regardless of what your situation is, like you said, everybody has different pathways that they choose, and I can honestly say, like, I didn't go to college. I didn't want to go to college. You know what I mean? I took my own route, and you know, found out, you know, tried some things out, realized that, okay, this is not what I want to do, because this is not going to, you know,
pay the bills.
Longevity-wise ain't going to work out. And like you said, your dad will tell you something, hey, this is what I think you should do, because look, this is what I've built for my family.
Yeah.
Look, it's a fucking great thing you could do, and fucking think about it. I know what I'm gonna do. Yeah. I know what I can do. You know what I mean?
And just put that in back of your mind as a plan. Like, okay, if all this stuff don't work out in time, then I could go here. You know what I mean? Because at a certain age, it's about hookups, who you know, where they work, whatever. And then you as a kid, another advice for kids or whatever, if you're 18 to 20-some years old and your friend's driving a brand new BMW and you're like, damn, what is he doing? You're not driving nothing. You're driving your mom's car. Like, hey, bro, what do you work at? You know, are they hiring? Or, you know, like, hey, bro, like, if this guy's obviously doing something good, you know, because of a job, why wouldn't you want to drive a brand new BMW? Or, you know, or whatever it is, your car of choice is, whatever. But, I mean, just, he might be able to hook you up.
Always ask, because you know the worst thing they can say is no. You know what I mean? That's I told people too. Ask around, apply for even if you're not qualified for it, go and talk to someone, get some experience, because maybe they'll be like, well, you know what, you're not fit for this. Maybe we can put you over here, and then build you up to wherever it is that you want to go. You know?
So at the restaurant, we have a lot of younger people working, like girls, and I have these kids in the kitchen right now. Man, these kids, they didn't know how to wash a dish. They guys never touched the knife, and now they're making food and shit. You know what I mean? Like, you gave them a chance, you know? And then on my way, like, bus girls and stuff, they learn to talk to people, whatever. So I told them, man, when you guys go, they're going to school for this tech, that tech, you know, they're doing their classes. I said, when you go to an interview, bro, you got it. Because you're going to talk to them like you're talking to a customer. They know how to talk. And a lot of kids don't have the experience of talking to people, so they go to an interview and like, they don't know.
Yeah.
You know, but, hey, how's your day today? Good. You know, those common answers are just, they see that in you, you know what I mean? And it's more easier to get hired.
Yeah, and just banter, you know, because I think a lot of people, because even I struggle with it too. Sometimes you don't know what to say or how to respond back to certain questions, things like that. But the more you go out there and you're going to bomb, you know, it's going to happen. I've bombed interviews. It happens, you know, but the more you go out there and you learn, like, maybe next time I'll say this, or maybe next time I won't say this, you know, and that's how you learn. But I told people too, at the end of the day, you know, as long as you're kind of happy and you're comfortable with where you at, like, you can be the best fucking cook like at Los Tres. If that's what you want, cool, you know what I mean? But if you want to, like, learn and grow and do that and maybe own your own restaurant, that's cool too, you know what I mean? Teach their own. There has to be every types of people in this world. There has to be the guy that cuts the lawns and all that stuff, and then there has to be the CEO. You know what I mean? But as long as you're, like I said, you're comfortable, you're happy, and you're providing, and you're good with life, do it, man. But just do it, you know, like you said, out of Cien. You know?
That's what I tell the young employees, is to learn as much as they can from there, like my cooks or my dishwasher. There's going to be a guy that's going to be a dishwasher all his life. That's just going to be it. That's it.
Yeah.
But there's a guy that's going to be like dishwashing and finishing, like, hey, man, can I cut that? And learn as much as you can. Learn how to make the food. One day, man, like I said, you might open your own restaurant, and this is free. I had a guy that worked at a college. He worked with us part-time, and most of the cooks always have two jobs. And he worked at college. Oh, man, I know how to make pizzas. He came showing off to other cooks. I know how to make pizzas. I said, oh, yeah, and how do you make them? Oh, we get this flour they have in this container and this and that. I said, oh, you should let me know what kind of flour. And I was just messing with them because I'm not going to make pizzas out of Los Tres. But he was showing off and making my other cooks feel bad. So I told him, what kind of flour? He's like, well, it's in a white thing. Like, yeah, bro, and I'm going to teach you something. Learn what it is. If you worked at Starbucks and you want to one day open your own coffee shop, hey, what kind of coffee do they use? What kind of syrup do they use? What kind of milk, cream, no cream, whatever, goat milk, I don't know, you know what I mean? But you got to learn the ingredients. It's so easy to take a picture of all-purpose flour or yeast or whatever it is, and then you already know, because if we just put it's in a white Tupperware thing. Okay, well, we don't have a white Tupperware thing here, bro. You know, you're gonna bring some from over there and bring it. You know what I mean?
You gotta know the brand or whatever.
One day he's gonna make his own pizza at home. He's gonna steal the flour because you don't know what it's called. You know what I mean? So it's about researching and seeing what's around you and knowing what they're using and stuff like that. You know?
That's the problem with your mouth. It can either go. It can take you. It can take you, or it can humble you real quick. You know what I mean? Like, cause that's what I was telling this guy. Cause like that's the thing. Like you can talk. A lot of people can talk. You know what I mean? You could be like, fucking.
I do this.
I do this. I do that. Then okay, well, fucking show me.
To back it up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's where it's like, but that's what, like you said about like the waitressing and stuff like that. That's half the game though, dude. Because I've seen that firsthand. Like even when I got my first gig, like I was greener than green.
Yeah.
But I could talk.
Yeah.
Because of talking to people at the smoothie shop, bullshitting.
Sure,
you know what I mean? Because trying to get tips. You know what I mean? Just trying to like
be nice.
Hey, how's your day, man? Like, well, hey, that's a nice Pendleton.
Yeah.
You're in the scene like, oh, hey, man,
$5
thanks,
right there,
bro.
homie.
Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, oh, he knows this is a Pendleton. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, just shit like that. Like, just talking to somebody, and it's crazy. I've had people just fucking be in there drinking a drink for like 15 minutes bullshitting with me. You know what I mean? And it's helping my day go by quicker. But at the end of the day, you build that skill of communicating with people.
And you might have made a connection with him where he's like, hey man, I run. Hey bro, you ever thought about working for refineries? Like that's what I do. Like that's what opens the doors. Even at the restaurant too. Like not people, they go to bigger, better things because someone likes their attitude or likes the way they carry themselves, and then tries to hire them for their company. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
It's just a stepping stone there. I told him, you're not gonna be here forever. Maybe you want to be here forever, but I would appreciate it if you be here for a couple of years and then branch out and
do your
fly,
own thing.
Little bird, fly. You know what I mean? Now I'm like, we taught her all that shit. You know what I mean? We taught him all that. He got to start here, you know?
And I'm pretty sure you feel good about when you see someone else that worked with you and then they're doing their own thing. You're like, oh shit, like, that's good. And they're doing good. They're doing better or so on.
Well, I'll tell you a funny story that when I was I'm born here, right? My mom and dad didn't know English, so I learned English. Kindergarten, it's easy to learn English, right? If you don't know the language, so you learn. By second, third grade, English, Spanish. People come from Mexico, so that would be my job to teach them. Recess. This is lunch, just because I knew both languages, right? And I was a good kid, I guess. And then when I got to high school, my mom would go to the store or something. We'd go to the mall, shopping for something. I see a guy at the suit store. Hey, Joe, what's up? And give me a big old hug. And my mom like, hey, what's up? Hey, man. Mom was like, who's that? I said, I showed that guy English. It's like, what do you mean you showed him? Well, when he came from Mexico, I'm the one that showed him everything. You know what I mean? So I kind of like, he's at the soup place because I got him. I taught him this shit. It wasn't true. He probably did his own thing. But it was good to see him.
I like to think
from the time he came from Mexico to now, he's out here doing big things, or selling cars or doing whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, I felt good to see my people, like my friends, do that.
Of course, yeah. And that's one thing that I told people too. Don't be. You can be a little jealous, I guess, in a sense, but also be like, you know what? If he's doing good, I can do good too. And then let me try and do the same thing.
That's exactly it. You can use that. Don't get too ahead of yourself and in your head, but I feel like that's a good tool to use. Like, damn, man, like, okay, well, we had the same start. We had the same jump.
Use it as fuel.
Why is he, I could do that too then. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And like you said, okay, well, what does it take? Do I have to go back to school? Do I have to learn this? Do I have to, you know what I mean? And that's all it is, man. That's all it is. Because at the end of the day, too, I always like to try to, like talking to Jesse, talking to everybody, I like to tell people, like, hey, look, like, this is what we do, too, is it's a great way to make a living. And, you always try to, give back what you got, you know what I mean? That's what I try to do. We went to Banning, and we were talking to the kids about it too, because it's a lot of, like he says, people preach going to college, which is cool. Like that's your thing, and you think, cool, by all means. But I would have liked somebody to come and talk to me who's, not
labor
super old, or you know what I mean? Like who? Cool shit, guy, he's not that much older than me. Like when I was going back when I was an apprentice still, and I think I was probably 21, 22, and they're like, some of these kids were like, damn, like that kid is not like he's still like he's young, like he's like maybe my older brother's age, but damn, he bought a new truck, like he gets to go to all these like badass field trips and stuff when and he's getting paid to work and go to school. Like, how do I do some shit like that? And, you know, it's dope when, you know, you'll get a call from your teacher and be like, hey, like, this kid that you talked to, he went and took the apprenticeship test. And,
man,
you know, he
tight,
passed. He's on the list. Like, like that right there is like what you said.
That
like,
means a lot because, I mean, before college was the thing. But I guess when my age, when I was going to college. But now, so who's going to go to college? Everyone goes to college. Who's going to work on cars? Who's going to do this and that? You know?
Exactly,
So, that's important to
that's
the
where
labor stuff. We're back into the labor stuff. You know?
And that's where we're at right now. We got 3 people. We can't hire for 3 people because there's not enough people who want to work in the trade. You know what I mean? And there's people who don't want to work in hospitals and stuff like that. But I feel like a lot of it stems to the fact that it's not being put out to the schools. Like, hey, we got this program.
Options.
The option is there. When it used to be like, I'm sure when you were in high school, you had shop class. We had
all
wood
that.
shop. You had, you know what I mean? That's where you plant the seed of like, hey, you can be a carpenter, you can be a framer, you could make good money doing this stuff, being a laborer. You know what I mean? Like, it got stigmatized as, you know, you don't want to be a laborer because you're going to be a ditch digger. Or, you know, you don't want to be a plumber because, you know, you're have to
be dirty.
You're going to be
dirty.
Laborers that make more money than people with suits. You know what I mean?
And that was the thing. It's like the circle. You know what I mean? Back then it was like, okay, you're a mechanic, you're a metal worker. That was where it's at, right? But then, you know, colleges and technology started growing, so you wanted to be the guy with the suit. You know what I mean? Going to an office and things like that. But now it's like it's going back to where we need. You know, there was a time when we needed nurses more than doctors. That was happening. But now we have too many nurses. Now we need more doctors. You know, it's just how it is.
It's the way of the world.
Being a cook got the stigma of you're gonna work at a fast food restaurant.
Yeah, but now you have these fucking superstar chefs and shit. You know, on TV shows.
Or people making their own money. The thing COVID brought too was people like making their own things, the coffee cakes and this and that, cupcakes and. We had tacos out of your house and all that stuff too, so it gave people a chance to express their creativity. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Balloons. Balloons. How many? And now everyone wants balloons. Because back in the day, you didn't have a balloon thing for your. And
for
now
your
everyone's doing, oh man, I need my baby's party. I need balloons.
Yeah,
you know
I need this whole getup.
I need a big old backdrop that says balloons and the baby's name and numbers and a clown and all this.
I tell people that if this whole pandemic or whatever that was going on, if it didn't like light a fire under your ass, I don't know what's gonna happen to you.
Sure,
you know, because a lot of people, like you said, they started their own businesses. They had, you know, they had money coming in because they weren't working or whatever, and they were sitting at home, so they got some ideas and they made it happen.
And the whole social media thing makes it a lot easier too, because you just post it and post on your followers and comment on people's stuff, and they like your stuff and they see it. Oh, I see a lot of stuff. I'm like, oh damn, this is pretty cool. Like I've never seen this, or you learn so much from it. Like it's no reason not to know stuff now, you know, or not to be able to buy stuff, or not to. Oh, I'm in the phone book days. You know what I mean?
Now that taquero that's selling ribeye tacos for $16 a pop, now you're fucking laughing at them because they're making, you know,
they're killing it.
A plate is like what somebody, you know, working at an office is making a day and shit. You know what I mean? It's crazy. That's fucking crazy.
Good stuff. Any events or anything special?
Yeah, what do you guys got going on?
We have an event coming up next show. Next year will be 50 years for Los Tres Cochinitos, so we're still planning on what we're gonna do exactly. So, I mean, there's no small way to do it. So, you know, I don't know if we're gonna have just a party for our family, or, but we're actually gonna do something for the public. Maybe give away free tacos or something. Banda, of course. Restaurant pay for banda. I'll take it. You know,
for sure.
Something like that. This year coming up, I'm gonna focus more on Al Cien too. Do more special. Like I have the Taco Tuesday right now, but I'm gonna do like Michelada Mondays and this and that. I really have fallen off of promoting Al Cien all this last year. Just had a lot of stuff going on, but I just want people to go and eat, and I like making people happy. At night, people tell me your food is good, you know what I mean? And it's it's just bomb, or this is different, or that. And I have I can show you my phone. I have like 50 ideas I want to add to my menu, you know what I mean? And I'm just driving. I'm like, oh, this would be bomb, you know what I mean? And it's just because I'm a fat boy at heart, you know what I mean? So that's that. Just probably that, and pretty much it, you know.
Definitely, yeah, cool.
Well, let us know if you ever have anything going on. We'll throw it out on the show.
We'll throw it out.
We like to, you know. We're trying to stay focused on our community and stuff, and try to put out, you know, showcase the shit we have here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. There's a lot of good stuff here in Wilmington, man, and we just gotta know where it is, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, a lot of times we just pass by it a million times and we never stop. I have people all the time like, oh, I have customers that come to the junkyards from LA to buy, you know, that's their hustle, buying parts, and they're like, man, I finally stopped here last week because I always see cars here, and I've been coming to Junkyard 20 years. Man, this shit is bomb. Like, bro, sit down and eat. Won't take a burrito, sit down and enjoy the ambience, you know. Like, all right, man, and you know, so a lot of stopping different little places counts and seeing little stuff. And, like social media stuff takes you to little places. Even I seen this place, oh man, this shit looks fire. And then you go and it's just a shopping center, like really, really small, but the food is good. You know what I mean? So that opens up a lot of stuff for that.
Of course. Most definitely.
Yeah.
We got anything going up on our end?
Your boy just got a laptop, so we'll be able to push
out.
out
We'll
more.
finally be able to finish that.
That
last edit that we got. People have been asking for it, man. They want to see the cars, dude.
Yeah, the car one.
They want to see the cars.
I can do a car one too. I got a couple cars.
Oh, there we go. So we got.
We'll do an Angel cruising with Cresty. Definitely. We'll have you back, bro.
And I got a couple of guys I'll throw your way too. And if you ever want to talk about a subject or some of you guys, whatever we can. Whatever, you know what I mean? Then we could do something.
Yeah,
cool. I appreciate you guys.
Maybe one day we can do an episode at Los Tres,
Yeah, for sure. Los Tres, whatever.
We're completely mobile, so we can take our stuff.
Yeah, let me know whenever.
For sure.
And I got a hall too right there on the corner of Avalon and G Street. And so you want to even have like a studio audience or something like that. It's more of a, it's pretty big.
That'd be pretty cool, man. Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
See, that's what it's all about. Networking and like you said, dude, we just barely met you today, dude. And,
no.
And it's already just kind of like, hey, we word of mouth and can't be afraid to ask people, hey, plug me in, shout out Serge, Redbone.
I'm always trying to be the guy trying to hook people up too with stuff like this and stuff like that. So I'm always doing that.
Cool, man. Yeah, we really appreciate
that. We really do, Angel. Thanks for taking some time out of your day.
Thank you, boss. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
And we'll end it there and we'll catch you guys on the next one. See where this goes.
Peace.
Later.
Take it easy.